What's good, YouTube? As always, I'm Liam, this is my channel, and we're back on this lovely Monday with another video, like every week, every Monday. So if you're into that, you're into this channel, you like me, subscribe, check me out every Monday, leave a like, follow the socials, you already know what I mean, all that good stuff. Man, see, I don't usually wear the backwards hat, but the hair is looking ridiculous, so we're gonna have to rock out with it today. But that's not the point of this video. Today, we're doing another review on these boots because I bought these a month ago and the video's done pretty well, done, good amount of views, a lot of comments, a lot of people are curious about these boots. And I don't blame them. I mean, it's an interesting boot. It's a great boot. It's just, of course, you don't know, you didn't read the title, the Adidas X 19.1. So I got the one with the laces. It's got the mesh upper, one piece, so you're nice and soft. Hard plate on the back. This whole plate. So now that I've worn it for about a month, I can talk a little bit more about what it's been like on a day-to-day basis. Because I play soccer super frequently, like pretty much every day. So these are pretty broken, and you can see, I mean, it's only been a month's worth of use, but they're pretty beat up already. They hold up well though. And so the main talking point I want to talk about is, of course, the most important part of the boot. When it comes to boots, you should always value comfort and performance over everything else. Of course, I love the way these look, and looks are very important. I'm not trying to look all dusty out there, you know what I mean? Like, if I didn't care about looks, I'd be, my hair all sticking up and everything. But, of course, you gotta care about the fit and how it plays. Obviously, like, there's a lot of really nice boots, but if they don't play well, what's the point? It's like buying a car to sit in, you know what I mean? You don't buy a car to sit in, you buy a car to drive it. These are just like a car. They gotta perform well. So I stepped on some gum here, can't get that out. But, yeah, they gotta perform well. And these perform pretty admirably. I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. As always, I've always been a huge fan of thinner boots. You can see, not a very wide boot. It's very narrow boot. And this is kind of a little bit of a compromise on the comfort part, because obviously when you're in a narrow boot, there's more of a chance of blisters, little cuts, and just general discomfort. And I've definitely felt that this. I've gotten multiple blisters with this boot. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I like the performance. I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of comfort for more performance. I gotta be honest, I don't like this. The back pitch is very hard if you can't see. See that? This nice soft mesh upper. This is not soft. It's very hard. It's important for the structural integrity of this boot that this is hard, but it is not comfortable at all. Like, at all. This is my main issue. There's a few blood stains in there. It's giving me some gnarly blisters. It has. Got a blister from the side plate as well. I feel like they could have probably done a better job of making the collar of the boot, making the collar of the boot more comfortable and less abrasive, I guess would be a good term for this. This is very sharp. You can see it's not comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. This part of the boot is not comfortable. The rest of the boot is fine. After a couple wears, it stretches, feels better. But this isn't gonna soften up. And it's important that it doesn't, because the boot would fall apart if it did. But you're going to be sacrificing a little bit of comfort for this boot. And if I'm just being honest, like, here, I got a... let me see. This is a comfortable shoe. I can wear this every day, no problems at all. Even when I was having terrible blisters from these boots, and it was hard to wear my other shoes, like, I could not wear... these are the Nike Air Max. Just normal Air Max free runs. These hurt my foot like a ton when I had the blisters from the boots. I couldn't wear these when I had the boots because it just irritated my foot so bad. The 11's super comfortable shoe, no pain at all. But that is because of how wide this shoe is. Not a boot, very wide shoe. Nice soft collar in the back. Huge contrast from this. This is uncomfortable. So if you buy these, be prepared for about 2-week break-in period, because after that, like, I've had no issues since I broke them in, but for 2 weeks, these were rough, like really rough. I show my foot, but a little bit graphic. I'm not trying to put my foot out there on the internet, if you know what I mean. As far as performance though, I can't have a complaint about these. Great boots. But just a heads up, if you're gonna buy these, if you're looking to buy these, they're a great price. They're $168 right now on Adidas.com, if you can still get them. Be a little bit worried. They're not super comfortable. But over time they'll break and you'll get used to them. But that first 2 weeks, it's gonna be rough. And of course, I've had a lot of comments about it actually. Shout out to Solomon Ali and Stupido Ditto. That's his username. But both those guys asked me about the Adidas X Ghosted, which came out like mid-August, I think. and that is the true successor to this boot. That would be the Adidas X 20. They decided not to name it that, decided to go with the Ghosted because they want to get away from the X line, I think. X line's been going since I was in high school, like since my freshman year. I remember when the first ones came out. But I think they want to restart the line. Of course, if you didn't know, this boot is the true successor to the F50. A little bit different. I mean, the F50, of course, is a legendary boot. This isn't the F50. There's definitely a difference, but the whole point of the Ghosted is to try to get towards the F50 again. So if you were a huge fan of the F50, I'd say lean a little bit towards the Ghosted. For me, the F50 weren't anything special, but this boot, I really like this boot. And the reason I got this boot was because it reminded me of the Mercurial Vapor, actually. When I saw it on feet in games, or just saw it on TV and stuff, it really did remind me of the the Mercurial Vapor 10, which is my favorite boot ever. I remember when I got my first pair of Vapor 10s, it was like, I love that boot so much. I wore it till the stud plate fell off, or completely ripped off. This boot is very reminiscent of that boot. Of course, one-piece tongue design, all that. I know I've talked about the Vapor 10 a lot in my videos, but I love that boot so much. I kind of hate when Nike's done with the Vapor. Same with the Hypervenom. They ruined both those lines for me, but definitely like this boot. I'm sure you could find it on websites like Soccer for All or World Soccer Shop or any of those. I'm sure they would have this boot. It'd probably be under $200. You can get it without the laces also. I know that was cheaper, but for me, personal preference, I hate laceless boots. I just feel like you can never get comfortable in them. They're always like a little bit too tight, a little bit too loose. Laces are the way to go. Obviously, it's the best way to customize your boot to yourself every time. Just tie it or loosen the boot however you want. So I always go laces. But yeah, this is a great boot. I just want to touch on the Ghosted, of course. I think the Ghosted looks really cool. It's a cool looking boot. Unfortunately, I haven't got to see it in person yet. But I'm looking forward to possibly testing that. If that's something you guys would like in the future, I'd definitely look out for them. But right now I think I'm going to stick with the X 19.1. I'm a big fan. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't watched the last video, I'd definitely recommend checking that out if you want to see more about these in action. I do like a running test and stuff like that. And thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, follow the socials. You all know all that good stuff. And I'm out. I'll see you next week. Next Monday.